This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. And the tip goes to the Nets. Down low. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
All right, Doris, how about teams like these who can really run their offense through their bigs?
BA, over the years, one of the things I've heard from coaches quite often is how effective a three-tool big man can be. When you can drive it, pass it, shoot it, score it, do all the things they can, it changes the geometry of the floor.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams.
Yeah, just couldn't make the connection, but you appreciate their attempt at moving the ball.
Here's Orlando. 4-point game. To the inside. Carter takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
Just terrific offense right there. Carter Jr. almost automatic from that spot.
Here's Thomas for three. It's rebounded by Banchero. And so it's Suggs. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. Outside, Caldwell Pope hits the three-pointer.
And you can run offense through Banchero time and time again. I mean, he is a special talent.
And here are the Nets now. Johnson on the wing. Brooklyn, no good that time either.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Banchero. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Paolo Banchero, a guy who not only has the frame, but he's got the mind and the work habits to be great in this league. Can't wait to watch.
I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. Here's Wagner, following the bucket by Brooklyn. He gets it in there.
Well, that's a bad shot until it goes through the net.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez. I asked him how he plans to slow down Paolo Banchero, and coach told me, look, he's an all-star, so you've got to guard him with your whole team. He's big, he's strong, he can punish you down low, but he's also quick and has the ability to beat you on the perimeter. They'll have to be disciplined tonight, BA.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. And here are the Magic now, following the bucket by Brooklyn.
You know, I know some would like to see Banchero increase his shooting range, especially since he doesn't have a solid shot from behind the arc.
Back to Thomas. Pass to Russell. Fires for three. Caldwell Pope pulls it in. It's stolen by Johnson. Thomas outside. Puts up a three. Not going to go that time. Orlando leading by 4. To the paint. Here's Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Oh, my goodness. Rock the rim, Wendell Carter Jr. We see you.
Left side, Johnson. Thomas outside. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Banchero. Caldwell Pope for three. Brooklyn with the board.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
You know, Grant, with the Nets, there was so much optimism just a few years back.
And it was just too bad to see things go south. It's a reminder that nothing is as easy as it seems in the NBA. Even with a superstar roster, things don't always work out.
Here's Wagner. And Claxton comes to help. Just 5 on the clock. And a bit of a battle for the ball, and the officials signal a jump ball here. Four on the clock. The three from Banchero. Doesn't go for him. Nets trail by 3. Russell with the ball. Now guarded by Suggs. And Claxton throws it down.
See, to me, the more D'Angelo Russell passes the basketball, the better his team is. Encouraging to see him focus on it.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Inside. Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA. There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
The three from Suggs. Williams grabs the board. Outside Russell. And that's not going to go. And so, lots of scoring in a competitive first quarter. It's the Magic leading by a point. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And for Orlando, what jumps out to you guys, stat-wise?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
And the basket is good. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Nets. They trail by 3. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Paolo Banchero grew up in Seattle playing pros every summer, and that gave him a huge leg up in the NBA. He said, quote, "They'd always tell me it's not as hard as you think. You just have to be focused and locked in." That's what led to me having that demeanor. Brian?
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Allie. He hit the ground running. Pass to Wilson. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Banchero outside. Back to Anthony. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute to play. Banchero outside. Offline with a 3.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Wilson, no good. Orlando leading by 3. Pass to Sharp. Here's Clowney. Outside Johnson. Here's Clowney. Still without a bucket. 6 on the shot clock. And so many screens today ride that line of moving or not. Doris, you think players get away with too much movement on picks?
I think, Brian, it definitely feels like there's a lot more gray area. You have these things now called in this league with the speed and the skill is really, really difficult.
Now here's Suggs. Out to Anthony. And stolen by Williams. To the middle. Here's Clowney. Shakes him. Pass to Wilson. The 3 is up. He's off on that one.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
Banchero with it. Back to Carter. Fast break. Brooklyn jumps up. And Williams punches it home.
And a steal like that, with the conversion, can really start moving things in your direction.
And yep, it's good. Black's got his second basket of the game.
Well, it's excellent recognition from Cole Anthony, but how about your offense working to get a man that wide open pretty?
Williams in the post. Oh, Carter with the block. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. And the bucket is good.
And he did that so well in college. Suggs sharing it well in the league, too.
Williams. Got it. Good job in the low post. Williams has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Rock the baby, working the size advantage inside. And the mechanics Banchero has shown are already solid, which is what makes him a dangerous shooter.
All right, Grant, when you look at the Nets rebuild, what are you seeing at this point?
Well, they gave up a lot of young players and draft picks to assemble a big three. And, of course, that didn't quite work out. So now they're in that middle ground, which sometimes can be a little tough. Add to the fact that they're in New York, the fans and media are anything but patient and forgiving.
Now here's Carter. 6 points for him. Anthony with a bucket.
I love it when guards are willing to get on the inside and go ahead and make plays. Cole Anthony, a scorer by nature.
Back to Williams. To the wing, right side. Out to the right wing. Pass to Wilson. From the high post. That one's good for 2.
Well, it doesn't get much easier than that. Even a decent shooter is going to make that with no pressure.
Now Anthony. Back to Suggs. Sharp grabs the miss.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Wilson, no good.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Good work there as it goes. Banchero's got 4 points in the quarter.
Assertive offense from Banchero. It's good that he isn't shy about working for his looks.
Outside, Williams. Over Anthony. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Orlando ahead, up by 4. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And so it's Suggs. He brings it up for the Magic. They lead by 4. Here's Banchero. Bumped and finishes. Great stuff from Banchero.
Oh, too big, too strong. It'll take more than that to stop Banchero.
They grab their own miss. Here's Thomas. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Thomas has got his first basket. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Pass to Banchero. Suggs, left side. And stolen by Williams. From deep, Johnson. Drills it from deep. Johnson's got 9.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's gonna make you pay.
Inside. Carter, good. And the Magic lead by 3.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Williams on the wing. Back to Thomas. To the inside. Here's Claxton. Off target with a jump hook. Orlando leading by 3. Outside, Caldwell Pope. The three-pointer off the mark.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Here's Johnson. The rebound by Carter. Here's Orlando. Stolen by Russell. From deep, Johnson. It's rebounded by Wagner.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
For 3, Caldwell Pope. That one is off. Nets trail by 3. Outside Russell. To the paint. Outside Johnson. Here's Claxton. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket. 6 points for him.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
To me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, this young Magic roster has chemistry. Coach Jamal Mosley said they're so tied together. It's just organic. They're happy in creating these relationships over time, and it's because they're all just good kids that like being around each other. Guys, that's what you want.
Yeah, no question. Something to build on, Allie. Thank you. Here's Caldwell Pope. Following the bucket by Brooklyn. Carter from outside. There's 1:54 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Doris, someone who plays within himself. Nick Claxton knows what his team wants from him.
There's real value in a player understanding his role, and that's Nick Claxton. Sprint the floor, rebound, rim protect. He knows who he is and what puts him on the floor.
Now here's Wagner. He's got 5. And he converts the layup. Wagner's got 7 points.
Let's remember, at 6'10", Franz Wagner is a tough cover, especially when he's going off the dribble drive.
Williams with the screen. Here's Claxton. Good on the shot.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Fires from deep. Rebound Brooklyn. 56 seconds left in the third quarter. And stolen by Williams. Pass to Russell for the lead. It's rebounded by Wagner. Orlando leading. Banchero outside. And here's Wagner on the wing. Suggs. Now here's Banchero. Fades and shoots. And another miss by Orlando.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Down low. Thomas outside. Screen by Claxton. For 3. Unable to get that one. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Orlando ahead. They lead by a bucket. After a quick break, we're coming right back with this. Three tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Here's Watford. Inside. Here's Clowney. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. They'll pin that one on Jonathan Isaac.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And it's tied up with that one.
That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
Harris is doubled. Here's De Silva. Back to Isaac. To the inside. Tadze. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Well, how about Jonathan Isaac showing a desire to share the basketball? I love it.
That gives him the lead. Sharp's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
Oh, massive three-point shot. I mean, you can tell he wants to step up for his team in crunch time.
Yeah, and when he gets going, he adds another dimension to their offense that can make a huge difference when the game's on the line.
Driving to the basket. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
To the paint. Left block shot on the way. And Brooklyn again with a bucket.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
High post Batadze. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Well, how about the vision and unselfishness to find your open teammate, Gary Harris? Pretty pass.
Pass to Wilson. Here's Sharp. It's rebounded by Bataze. Now Isaac. To the left side wing. Brooklyn pulls it in. Here's Wilson. Watford outside. To the middle. Here's Clowney. Can't hit that one. Oh, great D that time from Isaac. Magic trail by 3. Harris' shot is good.
Pressure.
Timeout.
Gary Harris says, I don't know what that is. Big time bucket.
And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. So both teams changing it up here. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Jordi Fernandez's huddle. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending could be in store, guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Back to Johnson. Shot clock at 5. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Bataze. Pass to Wagner. Lets a floater go. Johnson with the defensive effort. Outside Russell. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the 4th. There's the 3. The shot comes out. Orlando trailing here. Back to Caldwell Pope. Now Suggs to take the lead. Caldwell Pope's shot is off. Now here's Thomas. To win the cold spell. Wagner with a steal. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Banchero surveys. Wagner for 3. Claxton with a rebound. Thomas right side. Johnson with it. He's picked up by Banchero.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Wagner for 3. It falls! Oh, a tremendous 3! We're tied!
Don't you love that a young player like Franz Wagner so willing to deliver in the clutch? Wow!
Johnson on the wing. Laces one from 3.
They're in the driver's seat now. Just have to play smart and sound defense. No quick baskets and no open threes. And stepping up when it's clutch time, that's a very mature play by the young Banchero.
The putback. Oh, he can't jam it home. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. And we'll be back with you shortly. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this game. Pass to Wagner. Johnson with a double team. To take the lead. And it's Wagner missing. So it's Brooklyn now. Here's Thomas for 3. And again. And Brooklyn with the triple.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Carter with it. Suggs, right side. Back to Carter. Lets it fly. And it's Wagner missing.
Listen, if you're that wide open, you have to take the shot, even if it's not your favorite.
And stolen by Suggs. Caldwell Pope for three. Sinks the tray.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Four quarters, not enough. We're just over a minute into overtime now. Outside Johnson. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And they retake the lead with a bounce-back three.
Suggs, left side. Wagner, outside. Back to Suggs. Then Carroll the screen. Shot clock at 6. Carter from outside. And another three for Orlando.
Carter Jr. demanding that he be the guy to deliver in the big-time moment. Okay, Wendell.
Oh, my! That's why we had those breakaway runs.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And even from where we're sitting, you can clearly tell it was a foul.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1.
And despite his young age, we know Jalen Suggs has proven to be a tremendous leader. His teammates love playing with this guy.
There's a screen by Johnson. To the inside. And stolen by Banchero. Caldwell Pope for 3. Knocks down the long J. And the Magic lead by 3.
Opportunistic basketball. Gets a great look at the 3 in transition.
Johnson on the wing. Thomas outside. Pass to Johnson. Screen by Claxton. There's the triple. Claxton. The rebound by Carter. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And I think we'll see him milk the clock a bit.
Yeah, seems like the heady move right now.
Picked by Carter. Here's Suggs. And it's in.
Jalen Suggs, despite his youth, proving he's willing to step up when his team needs him.
And Williams punches it home.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
Guys, when you're talking about young players, the first thing I want to know is, do they have passion and enthusiasm for the game? Franz Wagner, he's got every bit of that.
Back to Thomas. This one for 3. No luck on that.